Okay, now I will. Yeah. Now if you open the document which I sent you earlier, so OBIEE 11G R1 build repositories. So we have covered building physical layer, building BMM layer, building presentation layer, and we have tested a repository and validated also. Okay, till this step, till sixth practice, sixth lesson we have completed in the morning. Okay, now we will see from 7 onwards. Okay, so so whatever we did, our model is we did for a star model, right? Or till now whatever we did is for a single star model. So now we will import one flake, and for that flake we will model. So how we are going to model, I'll be explaining you. Here we have multiple tables which can be used as flakes. So for the class we will use only one table, and then we'll continue with that table, because if I bring up more tables, you will get confused, you will lose the touch. Okay, for now what we are going to do is I'll be just importing product type. Okay, if you see the diagram here, we have one fact: customer, calendar and products. And for the products we have a flake as let's say we'll take the example of suppliers as a first flake, then we will see product type and product subtype. Okay, since like the supplier is looking like independent, so we will directly use the suppliers first. Now I am opening the repository. So where did I paste? RPD. Admin 123. Now in the previous step we have created a new repository and we tried to import some metadata, right? So in this now to import another table, we don't need to go and create a new or something like that. So instead you can come to your connection pool on top of the connection pool. When you right click on that, you will see one option called import metadata. So just click on the import metadata, and the same screen whatever you see that point of time is same, only difference is like how you invoke it. So just click on next. I'll import the other tables as well, but we will use only suppliers by using alias, because again and again we don't need to import and waste our time. So for the product and supplier, we have a common column as supplier code, so that can be used as a join condition. And for the rest of the tables, you can use the join condition by using the document if you get any confusion. And physical layer, right? So 90% it will be, you need to follow the same model which is created in your data warehouse only. So without the recommendation from the data warehousing expert, we cannot join a table with another table. So if we blindly believe that this same column is existing in the other table, so we can use that, then it won't give you the accurate results from the front end if you do like that, because that will be the physical reference that it will treat. We'll select price list, product type, subtype, type types, and supplier. That's it. Price list, type, supplier, product subtype, product type. I'm just clicking on import. Oh, since this server is running, it's little slow than in the morning. So still it's taking time. Once you completely install your OBIEE, right? So URL which ends with analytics phrase or identifier. So this will be your presentation server login. Okay. And apart from this, you will be having two more URLs. So one is for console and one is for enterprise manager. So console is for your logging facility for your WebLogic server, and EM for under WebLogic we have enterprise manager. So if you want to do any configuration changes for the OBIEE, we will be logging into EM, and if you want to do any operations related to the WebLogic, then we will be using console. So console URL will be like this /console. And EM ends with EM. This port number you will be able to see when you install your application. Okay. This is the WebLogic console that you will be able to see. Okay. And more, what you need to know here is just the servers. Just click on servers. This is for just for understanding purpose. So sometimes you may need to restart the complete system. So that time we will come here and we will go to the control. We will restart the BA server. So this is the only operation that will 90% of when you are working with the system, you will be doing only this activity in real time. When in the EM we will be doing multiple activities, which I will tell you once we complete RPD development and our presentation development, repos development. So here if you expand here under the business intelligence, we have our BA instance server. So this is all the, just one second, here this BA instance is the actual OBIEE. So all the other options is related to your WebLogic and some of the other related servers. Okay, so this user interface is little bit confusing. If you see in 11G, it will be you can easily understand the system very well. The pictorial representation is little bit changed in 12C, which may not be as good as in 11G, and I don't see any template that I can change here, or else I could have changed it. Okay, these are the options that we need to know, so that I will tell you later. Okay, so for now you understood these three URLs, right, which we'll be going to use. One is for console to log in into WebLogic, one is for EM enterprise manager, which will be used to change the configuration related to OBIEE, and this is the configuration place where we will be going to do. And analytics is something that we can go ahead and create our reports. So from the front end part, from the client system, we will be using only these three URLs. Okay, it's imported. Okay, tables are there. Now I am just clicking on finish. First we will join our supplier. So we'll create an alias for supplier. _supplier. Here we have two columns, so just see the data. Okay, it has supplier code and supplier name. And I'll physical diagram, minimize. So now you can see dim supplier here. Okay, now I need to give a relationship, but this time now I won't give the relationship directly from the fact sales to dim supplier, because there is no relationship between these two. Only relationship which exists is sales data is related to product, and each product we have a supplier code, and that supplier information will be looked into supplier table and we will get the supplier name. Okay, so dim products will be joined to the dim supplier by using supplier code, and here supplier code. Okay, this is a physical diagram. Okay, and the supplier for now will it is a flake, right? So when it comes to BMM, our BMM layer will not support flake model. So though it supports flake model, we need to minimize that flake to star schema, then only your model will be consistent. And see, if you see, right, the only contents that is present in this table is your supplier name. So just to pull the supplier name, we don't need any extra other table. And the supplier information directly we can bring it from the products table itself. Okay, so here comes like one more concept as multiple LTS concept, or what is LTS. So here if you see, right, under the sources we have one table which is being referenced from the physical layer. You can see the table name here by default, and this icon, if you see this icon, this is nothing but your logical table source, or in short we will be calling it as LTS. So when you click on this table, you will be able to see what columns have been mapped to the physical layer, right? This I have shown you. So now already this product table is joined with the supplier. So what I can do is I can just bring this column on top of the products. So just see what will happen. So an item supplier column came here, and when I edit this products table, products LTS table, now you can see there is two tables. Earlier we have only dim products, now we have dim supplier, and you can see the relationship here. Dim products and supplier, join type is inner join, and you can see the column. Okay, what is the join condition? And when you go to column mapping, item supplier is a column, and if you see the physical table is dim supplier. Okay, and just remember one thing, you need to drop a flake values directly on top of the LTS. Okay, so if what happens if you do the other way around, like say if I let me delete this, or we'll change this name to supplier. So now I'll drop, instead of dropping it into the LTS, I'll drop on top of products. So I guess it's already treating that value. Okay, let me put it this way. Okay, on top of sources I can just create one more logical table source, say that supplier, and I can add the physical sources from where I need this value. Dim supplier, click on select, and from the column mapping I can say I think you'll get confused if I say like now at this point of time. I'll ignore this part for now. Okay, so it will lead to confusion now. Okay, you just have to remember one thing. See, since like this is the table that is related to the product, so what we need to do is we need to establish a join for the product. So that join can be established by pulling the supplier column on top of the existing LTS, and we need to ensure the join happened correctly or not. And this join will happen based on your physical join. So here. So based on this join condition, it will form a relationship. So if I forget to give the relationship here, so it won't even allow me to paste the value here. So let me delete this one now. So if you see now, item supplier, oops, here you can see there is no join condition. Okay, so it won't fetch me the related values, it will just pull that column, all the suppliers. Whatever we are doing in the logical layer, it's just a representation, right? Logical representation. Again, it will go to the physical layer and it will write the query. So you need to ensure that whatever you are mapping is correctly done properly in the physical layer, and the related model in the BMM layer. So I'll just create the join condition again. Supplier code and supplier code. Item supplier. I'll just rename this as supplier. And the same column can be bought here. Now if you see the model here, business model, you will see only star schema here. Okay, that flake is already there inside the products. Under this product you have logical table source. Okay, now we will follow the same process for the other tables. Okay, we will take price list, new object alias dim underscore price list. So we have price here. So from products to price list, prod key we have as common column. This is it looks like it is one-to-one table. If you see, the same column is present in both the tables. So maybe it may be a one-to-one table wherein all the keys which are there in the product table is already there in the price table. Only difference is it will have one-to-one relationship. For a single product, there will be an entry in the price list table to get the price. You may see these one-to-one tables in the real time as sometimes it will be end with _g value, sometimes it will be called as helper tables as well. So it will have mostly one-to-one relationship. Just I would say it's an extension to the existing table. So if you If you just want to add some more columns to the existing information only, then we will be getting the tables like this. And same again, price we need here. So though it is measure value, looks like measure value, but we are not going to sum up this value anywhere, right? So it's just like for a single product, what is the price that we that is there. So that's why we are still keeping it as dimension value only. We are not treating this value as measure. So we're not going to sum, or we are not going to average all the product prices and all. So if we have a requirement like that, then you need to find a way how to bring up this price column into your fact and do the computations. And product subtype and type. All these relations you will be getting it from the data warehousing architect only. And for type, product subtype, and we need product type. So product is joined to subtype, subtype code, and subtype code here, and subtype is joined with product type, item type, item. Type code and type code. Okay, here product information from the product table we are taking subtype code, and we are looking up into product subtype, and we can get the value of item subtype here. Item subtype is the we can see the data here, finding true. Item subtype is the name for the subtype, and type code we will look into product type, and item type is the product type value. Okay. So now I'll pull subtype. See, now if you remember, the join is from product we have joined product subtype, and from subtype we have joined product type. So there is no direct relationship between product and your product type, correct? So that's why when I pull item type from the product type directly to the products table, see there is a restriction symbol that is being displayed. You can see that here, right? Yeah. If you see a column from a subtype, if I pull like this, then you will be able to see with the plus icon. So since there is a relationship, it allows me to insert that column into this logical table source. Okay. And it will allow me to create this column here now, though it is not allowing me to create it here. So it is saying that you can directly refer this product type under sources and products. Let's see what happens if I pull in the sources. I just dropped, and you can see there is another logical table source created. Under this logical table source we have item type, but though we have created in this way, but still there is no relationship directly with the product. So logically we are telling that this information is related to product, but though it is not having any join condition. So what happens is, let's say if you have a common column from the product type and from the product table, so sometimes we need to tell the BI server to refer the let me put it in this way. Okay, let's say if you want to create a report for the single product type and amount from your fact. Okay, so in order to refer only these two values, I don't need to go to product table and product subtype table and then product type table. By using these three, I don't want to make a join between these three tables and get my item, get my product type. I don't want in this way. Let's say I want to pull only from product type table and fact table to get the result. Okay, in order to get that, first you need to have a facility to refer item type only from the product type table. So that's why we are creating another logical table source for the product type. So if I open this logical table source, you will see only item type is mapped. So you can see there is no other column that is mapped here. Okay, and at the same time if you click on products, so you can see there is no reference for the product type. So because since I have not pulled it yet, though I have given the relationships in the physical layer, I have not given it here. So if I refer the product table, by default it will go to second LTS and it will go to the physical layer and it will form a relationship. So for now I am removing this one. Product type. So first we need item subtype, then item type. So subtype and type. So now by using the join only, I am fetching those two values. These we have one more table, type types. Now you can guide me how to do it. We will create an alias for this type types. Dim product type types. And this is directly joined with the product. We'll create a join for the product and type types. We have diet code here and we have diet code here. Click on OK, and you can bring the diet type in the product. Now all these columns I need in the products table itself. So supplier we have already pulled. I'm just pulling and placing it on top of presentation table. Okay, not here, here. So a subtype, we just need some gap T. So now our model is complete with the flake. So if you see our physical layer, you may see some complex model here, right? So whatever you are seeing in the left side is little bit complex. Okay, and if you see your BMM, which is logical layer, you can see a simple diagram. We are just saying that a fact table is having a relationship with the customer, time, and all the details related to product. So this product table itself is having the diet code or product type, subtype, price, supplier information. And to see the join, what join is established with all the other related tables, just double click on the LTS and go to each and every table so that you will understand it better. So from the products and supplier, if you want to see the relation, just click on view details and you can see the relation. You understood single LTS, right? I think you got confused with the multiple LTS concept. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Correct. Yes. Yes. Only thing is, we are not bringing up all the other tables into the single logical table. We are bringing it to the single logical table source. Okay, not table. So why I am saying this one is, if I bring up into the logical table, I'll be end up in creating a new source, not in the same source. When I tell you the differences between the multiple LTS and single LTS, you will understand it better. Okay. Now I am saving this repository. Let's upload this repository in the server and we'll see the results. Go to user projects, domain, BI tools. This is the path. CD space data model. So before doing that, I'm just copying the repository into the same location. This is not mandatory step. I'm just avoiding this extra spaces and all will be there, right? So we just need to eliminate those. I'm replacing Control V. So I've just replaced the existing supplier sales. We have this. You remember the command? I'll show you again and I will. So we are going to the upload the repository, and we are one RPD file, and which instance, what is the username, what is the password of the WebLogic. Because in the classes, right, we will be following the same process. So by the end of all the classes, you will get it easily. No problem. Supplier sales dot rpd, and you need to give the instance SSI and username WebLogic, password is WebLogic 1. Yes. Oops, something wrong. Okay, I didn't mention whether upload or download. It's upload RPD. See, if I run this command, right, or earlier we have one already RPD existing in the server, right? So if I use this command, automatically that the existing one will be archived, and this repository will be going to be active. So like I said, at any point of time, only one RPD will be there in the system. This RPD password is what we have created, admin123, when we clicked on new. When you do on your own, you will get like, you will see lot of disturbance, like what to do first or what to do second or not. I'm showing you the related configuration whatever we are doing in the backend from the front end, so that you'll understand it, you know, how server will treat this configuration to render the query. That is the main purpose which you need to understand. Okay. So otherwise I can simply go ahead and show you all the configuration in the backend, but you will not understand, you know, why we are doing that exactly. So I'm going to create a new report, create analysis, supplier sales. So I need product name. See anywhere product name. We have generic description, and we need price. Any report will have at least one fact, okay? And since this log issue is there, we'll set that manually. Yeah. This is the syntax, set variable log2. I am just saving this report. This is product price, product price. So now let's run this report. So product with price report. So I can see the product. For that product, what is the price and amount. Now let's see how the query will be sent to the database. Now go to the manage sessions under administration and click on view log. Oops, what happened again? Did I save? Oh, I saved it, right? What have just clicked on apply SQL to make sure that it is properly been saved, and let's rerun the query. This is the one, 1240. Yes, I can see. It's a cache hit. So the thing is, what happened is, we have, since we have already executed this query before, so it gets stored in the cache, and the cache reference has been taken directly. So generic cache, you know, right? So what happens is, when you run a query, this query will be stored in the cache memory. So again, the same report I have executed. So instead of fetching the results again, what it did is, it just went to just wait a minute please. Hello. Yeah, instead of firing the query again, so it took the reference from the existing cache, and it will fire, it just fetched the results. So now we have one more command to purge the cache. This and all we'll use in the real time. So since we need that now, so I'll be using. So to run a command like that, to just clear the log, so we will use this option, issue SQL. So this is the SQL commands which will be fired to the BI server directly. So we have a function, an internal function called sapurge all cache. So this command will remove the cache information. Now I'll run the report again. I'll just go to the administration, manage sessions, click on view. Okay, now I can see. So logically we are fetching one product column, product price and amount from supplier sales subject area, and you can see the physical query that is being found here. So I took the reference from the three tables, product and product price list. So a join should be established between these two, T17 and T11. So we'll just look. Okay, T17 and T11. Okay, now you can see this is the join that had been established. Okay, you understood this one, right? So now we will do a little twist or tweak. Okay, let's say similarly we want a report for a product type and sales amount. So just see, our fact table has product type. Now we will pull product type details. Okay, I need item type and type code as separate columns. Sorry. So I am going to create a new LTS, name it as product type, and you can use the plus symbol to select the physical tables. Okay. From the database, expand the supplier to and select product type. Click on select, go to the column mapping. We have type code, which is mat, and we have type column as well. So type as item type, right? This is a column that is having type information. Type code is like the key value. Okay, just click on OK. Now we will just check the consistency. So it's saying a warning saying that the physical tables dim products that are not used in any of the column mappings or expressions. So when you double click on that, you can see here. So it's saying that under this logical table source, right? So we didn't have all the references. So here if I go to column mapping, this references is not there in this one. So like I said earlier, we can ignore the warnings, but still we can proceed and upload this repository. Now I am saving this repository. Now I'll upload. Since everything is same, I'm just repeating in the previous command. Oops, I did some mistake. Did we bring these columns here? Okay, it's already there. It is uploaded successfully. So now I am going to create another report to fetch only type and type code. Type code and type. And I need to set a log to see how it is forming a query. Save this product type. So I'm just opening the product type report. So I'm able to see product type code and type. Let's see which tables it hits now. Okay, go to administration, go to sessions. Go to log. It's still going to the long route. Though we have given type code, and still it is joining with the subtype and type, and it is fetching the results. Since like this, here we have already established a join between this, right? So it's still referring that and it is going inside that. But what I am trying to show you is, like, if I pull the columns which are there in this type, in this table, then it should refer this table instead of referring this report. Okay, I think we are missing some configuration here, or did I miss some step? I'm not sure. Is it a cache hit? No, it's not. I'll just see what we missed just once. So we have given all this relationship, and we have created okay, I got it. We just forgot to mention one more option here. So see, now by default what it is taking is, it will find out the relationship, like how this product type is established, and by default it has a join in the first logical table source. It is referring this one, but for the server we need to explicitly we should inform the server to refer the second logical table source when the content will match. So here I need to set the content specification, saying that if I refer products table and type column, so if it matches with this column, then first look for the columns which are present in this logical table source. So if it didn't find out in this one, then you can go to products LTS, which is a combination of multiple tables. Okay. So I'll just show you once again what is the first LTS and what is the second LTS. So in the first LTS we have a join with all the tables, and multiple columns is coming from multiple physical tables, and we have not mentioned any content specification for this. And for the second table we have pulled only this information directly from the product type, and in the column mapping we have only these two tables referenced from this table, and in the content we are specifying that whenever a type column is pulled from the front end, you refer this logical table source. So I'm just saving it. we will remove the cache entries first, and then will execute the report. Otherwise again it will be cached. So close all cursors, go to administration. We can disable the cache, but if you want to disable the cache, you need to restart the server. Only thing why I am worried is it will take again 20 minutes to restart the server, so that's why I didn't do that. This is a command. So already our report is built, so we'll just run that report again. So type, go to administration, go to sessions, see, now your query got changed. Okay, this is a small example which I can show you now, but in real time what will happen is we'll be setting the content specification completely for the dimension and again we will be setting the same configuration for the fact as well. Say, because if you see in this example, though we have product type and subtype values, if I want to refer the facts, then only this logical table source is not enough, because there is no direct relationship between the subtype and type with the amount. Okay, that is why what will happen if I bring fact. So if I bring fact, so it will go back and refer the products products LTS, and it will form a relationship, and then only it will fetch the result. That you can see it here again. So now I'll just edit this report. I'll bring one more. I'll bring the fact column now, amount. So I'll save this and I'll rerun the report again. This is happening because in the fact still I didn't specified any table where you can get the result for a type level. So if I have another fact which has type as foreign key and sales amount stored in that one, then I can configure fact also to be populated in that way. For instance, I have just showed you how to do the content specification for a dimension. In the later classes, we will be seeing for multiple LTS for fact as well. Okay, that is where your aggregation content will come into picture. Amount, right? So just click on view report. Now you can see a relationship established for the subtype and type. Because it didn't find a relationship with the fact, and so it looked into another LTS, so it found out a relation over there, so it established a join and fetched the results. Okay. You understand now single LTS and multiple LTS concept? Because that is little bit important. If you understand this one, then I can in the coming classes will be showing aggregated tables, and we'll form a join with the aggregated tables, and we'll fetch the results from the aggregated facts. Okay. Yes, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. First class in the morning, whatever we discussed, that you can easily do it again, so that won't be a big problem for you. But this class is little bit important in your real-time examples as well, because a bigger model will be compressed into small model, and we are performing operations now. Okay. Yeah. And one more small thing before we conclude this session, I'll show you one more measure. Let's say now here we have already some existing measures, right? So if you want to create a new measure by using the existing measures, so you have a flexibility to do that. So you can right click on that, create a new project, new object, select logical column. Let's say if I want to see the differences between the orders and shipped, okay, I'll pull say some name for the differences, shortage quantity. Okay, because whatever we are mentioning here should have some meaningful information. That's fine. Okay. Now in the column source, I can select the second option here. This is the this symbol represents an expression. Okay, you can open the expression builder. So here I'll write the logic. It says that from the logical tables, from the fact, mostly orders will be more, right? So order quantity minus shipped quantity. This is a generic calculation. So if you want to do some complex calculations, you can use the expression builder, or some functions is already there. You can use all these functions. So if you have some time, you can just work it out on these things. So functions, under this function, date function, conversion, many are there. You can see the functions displaying here under for each sections, right? You can do all these operations. Okay, so for now we'll just create one simple measure. Click on OK. So shortage quantity we have. This shortage quantity you can bring it up here. Now you can upload this repository, and on the fly you will be able to see shortage quantity as well. So users don't need to go and create one more column from the front end and write a logical query like saying that this order quantity minus shipped quantity. You can use this functionality as well. So now in this example, I have showed you how to use the existing logical table, logical columns. So if you want to do some calculations from the physical layer itself, then we'll be selecting the first option. Okay, these differences I'll tell you with example so that you will understand it better when we will go and use the physical calculations and when we'll go for the logical calculations. So there is a little bit difference is there that I'll explain you in the next class. Okay. With this we'll end this session today.